Casey Gray here with The Conscious Builder, and before I start this episode, I do have to say that I'm not a lawyer, nor do I play one on TV or on YouTube, and what I'm going to share here is my opinion on what's called a fixed price contract. What a fixed price contract is in our case, say I was a contractor, I would give you a price. In this case, like I mentioned, a fixed price contract that would have a specific scope of work and potentially be linked to a set of plans. And essentially, whatever's described is what's included in that contract. Once the work starts, if anything deviates from that description, a change order happens. I'm sure you've heard that term before. In my experience, change order is a bad word by the time you get to the end of a project, because especially in renovations, there's a lot of things that can change from the original fixed price contract. It could just be, as a client or homeowner, you change your mind. It could be we open a wall and we find something that we didn't expect, which happens all the time in renovations. It could be what was ordered is no longer available. Things need to change. Who knows? It could just be something was missed and wasn't included in the price, or something wasn't shared with the contractor, wasn't included in the price. In either way, the term fixed price contract is very deceiving because it's never a fixed price, because there's always changes that come up. This is one of the reasons we moved away from fixed price contracts, is because that whole process ends up being very slow. So if something happens where it's outside of the contract, we have to do a change order. So basically everything could come to a stop until you get the quote done, give it to the homeowner signs off on it, and you continue to move forward. Answer all the questions. You lose a couple days, so then the schedule starts to get backed up. Plus, I like to think that there's, everyone's a good person and there's not contractors out there to lowball jobs and then make their money back on change orders. But unfortunately, that's what happens. It's a competitive industry. There's a lot of contractors who will lowball a project to get it and then try to make their money back on change orders. Obviously, I don't agree with that. It happens though. What that does for the homeowner has to really understand construction and has to and make sure that everything that they want included is included. And the whole reason why you hire a general contractor is because as a homeowner, you don't know everything and you need somebody to help you along that process. So it kind of defeats the purpose, in my opinion. So my word of advice is, if you're going into a fixed price contract, understand that it's not necessarily a fixed price, and that if you're going to go that route, you have to really understand what's included and what could potentially either not be included, or what was potentially missed, or maybe examples of past projects like that. Obviously check the reviews of your contractor, but I would say be very careful when you go into that fixed price contract. Just make sure that you understand what you're getting into. So like I said, I'm not a lawyer. This is just my experience with fixed price contracts. We no longer do them. We think it slows things down. We think that there's too many issues or potential issues that could come up with that. So what we now do is more around a cost plus type of approach, but I'll explain that in the next video.